Okay, we've got another live broadcast. Trying to make sure that I at least keep up with these, just so that, give me a second. Oh, right, I forgot. Yeah, I just keep up with these so that, I can continue to interact with people in the channel. Let's see. Okay, let's pull up the comments or the chat. Looks like nobody's joined yet. That's okay. I'll give people a couple minutes. Hello. Open. Okay, so I can watch this one. But why is it not letting me open this one? Weird. Let us see what is going on. Live. Why can't I watch it? Why can't I watch the video? Why doesn't it work? That's really weird. Usually I pull it up on YouTube on my phone to see the comments, but it's not showing for some reason. It's not appearing in my other app either. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. All right, now we got something working. All right, all messages. All right, hello world. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna close the door real quick. Ah, jeez. Let's see if anyone else will join real quick. Oh, we got somebody. Okay. All right. I am coming back. From what I remember, I lost everything, and it really sucked. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, that's right, I died because of a baby zombie. That is some absolute Minecraft lore right there. Man. I hope I can... Yes, I can clear this tree with just... Yep, there we go. Alright. So now that we have this, I can make that crafting table. And what did I want to make with this? Right. Some sticks. So how is everybody tonight? What's up? I've been better. I've been mostly spending my time working on a program that prints out documents. Like it creates documents for print based on markdown files. So I just finished writing a templating system for it. And what that will allow me to do is it will allow me to pass like a text file that contains the template, and it can do a lot of things. It actually can handle branching logic, and it has like calls and stuff. So I can do quite a bit. But that's mostly what I've been up to. I'm still at audio editing my next video. I've just mostly been working on this program, which I want to have done by the next video because I want to talk about it in the next video. Just kind of like a tool to show people with my channel. Oh, nice. Yeah. He's great. He's a really nice guy. He's also a good Deleuze understander, I think. Yeah. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm gonna make a sword, and then I'm also gonna make more sticks, and I'm gonna make a pickaxe, and I might even make a hoe. Back in the day, you did not want to make a hoe for like any reason outside of like the most basic hoes, because like all it did was do farmland, and so it was completely useless for anything important. Okay. I hope I can find a village. Is it only showing top comments? Ah, that's why. There we go. Alright. I want to see all the comments, even the bad ones. That's right. Well, the ones that the AI says is bad. I'm so excited. Instead of the Turing test becoming real, we live in a future where we're being judged by an AI machine, and we're being facialized by it, and we're being determined if our comments are good or not. I don't understand how this fucking shit works. Okay, yeah, there's no way a village is here. And I don't have enough wool to make a bed. This is gonna be interesting. There's a wolf. Be nice if I had a name tag so I could have several wolves. Look, look at all these several wolves that I can't name tag right now because I don't have bones and I don't have my items anymore. They're all gone. If I was a smart person, I would have just logged off the game and then logged back on, and then they would have never despawned, but I'm not a smart person, so... Oh, you know what? I think I have enough... Do I have enough wood to make a boat? Yes, I do. Sweet. They really just made one of the best items in the game only need 5 wood planks, which is just like, that's excellent game design right there. I don't even know if I'm trying to be sarcastic with that statement, but it's something I love about Minecraft, because it's like, if you're in a shit situation, you can make a fucking boat. And it won't help you in all situations, but you can do that. And it's a valid choice. Oh my god, I'm so fucked. Um, how am I gonna get out of this situation? I really need to get onto the other side of the forest, but like that's not happening tonight. You know, and I don't have a bed, so I can't escape. Yeah, and this is the end of this ice section, so I'm gonna have to go onto land if I want to progress, which is dangerous. And I don't want to have everybody just stare at a wall for 5 minutes because I'm too much of a pussy. Whoa. That fucker's eyes were red. I don't know what I did to deserve that. Oh, maybe it's because they're on the prowl for skeletons. I wonder how people are gonna like remember the Minecraft movie in 5 years. Like they're gonna probably be like, wait, the Minecraft movie? That was 5 years ago? What? What the fuck? What's going on with time? Time starts dilating. We're like, that's the thing. Oh my god, it's a black hole. It's like literally a black hole. That would actually be, you know what? Thinking about it, that would actually be pretty fun to think about. Like a black hole that, oh shit, it's one of those things that gives you slowness. Okay, this looks like a different section. Let's get out of here. It's really funny to me that there's sugar cane in like this frozen wasteland. Oh shit, there's a creeper. Ah. Oh my god, there's 2 spiders. A whole 2 spiders. Watch as they get in there. Are they gonna... Do they fit in there? I think they're one of the mobs. Yeah, they're one of the mobs that don't fit into beds. Or... Die! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh shit. There we go. Basically, my objective is don't fucking die. Oh yeah, that sounds like a pretty good understanding. That sounds about right. Yeah. I haven't read Logic of Sense, but based on like what I know, like my proximity, that's what my yeah, that sounds right. All right. It's kind of interesting too, cause like oh, just bounced off that spider. So like that's kind of interesting though, cause I think about when I think about reterritorialization, I think about it a lot of the times in the context of like my own paranoia, which is something that I've been dealing with a lot lately. Oh shit. And oh god. But yeah, like I think about it in reterritorialization in the context of paranoia, right? Because really what paranoia, for me at least, I can't speak for all like, you know, psychotic people, but like for me it's literally like it is like a reterritorialization where it's just like, oh, your brain's just like, oh, this is this is how things work. Oh shit, of course there's an outpost here. But yeah, basically it's kind of like your brain is like, when your brain's like going nuts, right? Like all the barriers are going down. That's the deterritorialization. That's the schizophrenia. And what happens is that your brain kind of snaps back. Your mind just kind of snaps back trying to explain these phenomenon and like feelings, and a lot of times it can just be like you'll have like a heightened kind of like sense of like things are coming at you or something. It's not like like physically things coming at you, but like kind of like energy, thoughts, ideas, just shit momentum, and your what my brain does to react to that is to kind of like produce it produces like a condition where where it will take this scattered like experience and kind of like form territories around it and stuff, and they just become like more and more absurd over time because of like the momentum of the system and shit. I don't know anything about Laurel. That would be a Taylor question. I still haven't gotten around to it. I feel bad. I feel like I'm missing out, maybe. I'm not sure. I made one meme about Laurel like way back when I was schizo, and it's really funny. It's so stupid. It's genuinely one of the stupidest things I've ever made, but it's really funny. Alright. Okay, the moon is gonna go down soon. I just realized I just like wasted all that energy when I could just stand here. They're not gonna chase me on the ice unless they're like in active mode. Look at the sky. There's squid under here. What the fuck? So, I can't wait to show the document thing, though. It's really cool. I'm at a state right now with the document producer thing that, what do I call it? Once I get it, it's at a point right now where I can start building the template for... So I built a template initially, like a hard-coded template that produces, like, basically just a basic zine kind of thing, right? And now I'm at the point where I have a template that can programmatically create that from a text file. So, very cool. Very cool. And something that's kind of interesting. Oh my god, there's my bed! Okay. Alright, that's useful. I should have taken that with me. Oh well. I'm an idiot. I'm not a very good Minecrafter. That's why I don't have like a good speedrun times. I'm a very bad Minecrafter. I need to once I finish this like program thing and get it in a state where I feel like comfortable distributing it more, I really need to I really want to do more stuff about psychoanalysis and transversality, which is a such a good fucking book. Oh my god. I've only been reading small parts of it because I've been just like, you know, like I said, I haven't been doing too hot. But, you know, I've been reading bits and parts of it, and it's really fucking good. It's really fucking good. It's just like, he was like spitting fire the whole time. And I'm pretty sure the reason why it's a better collection is because it's the same collection as exists in French. Like it's not like a collection that's like organized by translators. It was originally published in French and then translated in full. And Deleuze writes the preface, and it's really entertaining. He talks about how Guattari is like two people almost, or like two forces, where it's like and it's so funny how he describes it. It's like a fucking anime character where basically when he has what do you call it, his glasses off, he's like this shy guy, but then when he has his glasses on, he turns into this like force that can like spout out in like 500 directions at once. It's so funny. He's like literally like an anime character. Like, it's the funniest shit. Alright. Can I do it? Yes. Nice. Where's this stupid freaking... That's a very interesting comment. I wish... Does YouTube just not store the chat logs? Because these comments are really interesting, and I feel like it doesn't save them. Okay, that's another end of that continent. I hope it's not like a giant island. That would suck. May as well just take this torch, too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, I think this is going somewhere. Alright. And once I get down to low health or low food, I'll just cook all my meat and eat that until I can find a village to raid. Okay. There's the... Oh! Bones! Bones. I can use that. Of course I had to, like, die in the middle of frickin' nowhere where, like, villages don't spawn and shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, I'll look into that. I want to make sure that the chat logs are stored, because they're pretty good. This is like a ridiculous way to travel. I can't believe Minecraft boats even are real. I mean, they're not real, but they're real in the sense that they exist in at least one plane of existence. Yeah, me too. I had no idea how they do it, so I'll have to look into it after I get off of here. And if not, I'll definitely have it enabled next time, so... Oh, I just realized I don't have any fucking coal. Well, that sucks. Do I have shit I can burn? Does this burn? No. Does this burn? No. Shit. Alright, I guess I can make 2 charcoal. We're Minecrafting today, folks. No plateaus in sight, though. We need to get out of this cold biome. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this out as soon as it finishes. Hello, hello. So, just in case you need to catch up with what happened last time, I died because of a baby zombie attacking me, which was really unfortunate. And, I lost all my shit, including the name tags. So now I am trying to get a couple more resources. But I'm in the middle of nowhere, So there's no villages that I can raid for food, so right now I'm just cooking some shit. I think like see like I think what's like kind of fun and interesting about like you know, kind of being like I guess more like a Guattari historian, I guess would be the most accurate term, than like being like a philosopher is like I always like finding like developments in their literature. Like machine and structure actually has a lot of significance, and it appears first in psychoanalysis and transversality. And that was the paper that Lacan supposedly refused to publish. That he just like was like, oh, publish it with me, and he lied. He lied. I. That's something I love about this shit too. Like this would be the funniest fuck. I would watch the fuck out of a movie based on this shit. It would be the funniest fucking movie. Can you fucking imagine watching a scene where like Lacan convinces Felix to just like give in? Funniest fucking shit. But yeah, so like a friend of mine was reading ATP, I believe, and they were talking about the infinitely recursing sequence that Guattari talks about in Machine and Structure, which I'm still trying to wrap my head around. But basically, he says that all things will just become interchangeable and just no structure can form based on a particular arrangement of things. And he references Deleuze on difference in that particular essay, which I think is quite interesting because a lot of people don't realize that before they started working together, they were referencing each other. So they knew who they were for sure. They were reading each other by the time that they met. Yeah, I've been thinking about like how I want to frame myself really. I consider myself an amateur though. I really wish I could get academically involved, but that's not going to be the easiest thing to convince people to invest in. You know, oh, a historian on a what? On who? Excuse me? Yeah. Oh, look at them go. They're running. Oh my goodness. Just fuck you terrain for like miles, I guess. I gotta make sure I sleep in the nights because there's that stupid skeleton that slows you down. I don't want to deal with that shit. So, but yeah, no, it's kind of entertaining because I like to see how his ideas evolve over time. Like, I'm not the best at describing them, but I'm very interested in like how they change and like how where you get certain concepts from and stuff like that. Like it's funny, he has that one thing in Soft Subversions where he calls himself an ideal he calls himself an idea thief, which like yeah. He's kind of more like a junction of ideas. Like you kind of understand what he means when he says that like subjectivity is like a junction of all these things like at the same place when you realize like oh, he's like all these ideas coming together at the same place. But oh my god, Are we leaving the cold zone? Fucking finally. Let's go. Let's go find some villages to raid. Alright. Let's find a village. Oh, I forgot the sound in this game is even on. It's very quiet. Okay, that's some kind of bullshit forest. I'm trying to find a village. It's funny, I almost never actually actively seek out villages. But, I guess now I am. Where do you fucking go? Alright. Okay, so like, random schizo thought, but do people remember that, like, random gamer controversy that happened a couple years ago? I want to say, like, 5 years ago or so. That was, like, Intel, I think it was. Oh, there's a village. Intel was, like, putting, like, swear filters on their, like, motherboards or something. I don't remember. And, like, they just kind of, like, said, yeah, we have the capability of having technology. And everyone was just kind of, like, obsessed with the fact that they had, like, stupid shit. They had a stupid implementation that was like, oh, look, they have an N-word filter and shit. That they didn't think about the fact that, like, they straight up were, like, saying to the public, hey, yeah, we have the ability to trace, like, every single thing that you say through your microphone on the processor. And, like, nobody was, like, talking about that, like, at all, because it was all just gamer shit. It was all just fucking racist gamer shit. Okay, there's one block of frickin'... That's crazy. I've never just seen one block. Usually there's like a whole bunch of blocks. Okay, we got some over here. Damn, they've got like nothing. And I'm taking it from them. I'm taking what little they have. Well, at least it could be worse. I could be a landlord. But now I'm just a raider. Not terrible, but we need to find another village for sure. Something on better terrain, I guess. Oh my god, is that a mushroom island? Oh no. Not a mushroom island. Ugh. That's just a big forest or whatever they're called. Roofed forest, I think they're called. Oh my god, can you imagine, like, some fucking startup company? It's like, oh my god, we just figured out how to store, like, all of your shit in, like, a strand of DNA that's 6 miles long, and, like, they're gonna have, like, all this stupid funding go towards it, so, like, all the CRISPR shit is gonna stop researching, like, how to, like, treat horrible rare mitochondrial diseases or whatever, and then it's now just all about this dumb fucking shit. Dude, we could host all of the stupid slop on YouTube that we sold to babies that, like, have, like, Hitler doing, like, fucking, like, nursery rhymes. Like, well, we could like have servers and servers of that just made of DNA strands that could be referenced at any point through like protein synthesis skies. Look, I'm using the big words now. Meanwhile, like there's like thousands of like young children who are like dying of like rare but preventable mitochondrial diseases who are just like, wow, go fuck me, I guess. 200 petabytes, 200 petabytes. How many YouTubes is that? That's what I need to know. Actually, it really depends. Like those kind of measurements really depend on like how are like, for example, like how does the machine of like actually reading it work? Like you want to build something that doesn't damage DNA. I mean, DNA is already pretty easily damaged within cells, so it raises a lot of questions about like, I guess, how is that data being stored and being kept with integrity. I know there are some bacteria that have like very, very strong DNA repair genes, so maybe it could be stored like in something like that as a prototype. But then you'd have to have a whole organism that stores it, and then you'd be limited by its length, by other kinds of potential problems, and it would be a really complicated problem to solve. It's definitely not something you can scale to be like, oh yeah, a whole gram. Like, well, how does it work? What's the manufacturing implementation of that? The ultimate SIM card. Guys, they're gonna use our DNA to identify us in the cyberpunk future. Skynet is watching. It is really funny though, like how there is just like there's so many people in the world that there's like at least 1 million people who are like, yeah, this is like the most satanic thing I've ever seen in my life, but I want to sign my whole body up to it. Like, I wanna put a fucking card in my body that gives me the ability to check out faster at Kmart. Oh my god, Kmart! Holy shit! I just said an extinct brand name. I just realized that some kids don't know what a Kmart is anymore. And I remember when Kmart went out of business too. It always kind of sucked though. It was like yeah. Meanwhile, Target is like, I don't know what it is about their branding, but it makes me like super schizo whenever I go to a Target. I do not like Target. East Coast Target is a bit more tolerable than Michigan Target, though. I don't know what it was about those Michigan Targets, but they were like schizo fields. Like you'd get in there and everything would be so fucking red and white and prim and shit, and you were like, okay, who's manufacturing the world behind this? Who's created this? And then like you have to remind yourself that it's like a fucking branding and shit. Toys R Us, oh my god. You know they still have Toys R Us as a brand. It's just like, it's like a thing you only see at like Macy's now, if I recall correctly, which is pretty lame. Toys R Us was pretty cool when you were like in the 2000s, but when I became an adult in the 2010s, it was not as cool as I remember it, and that's partially because like toys just kind of became a lot less interesting. Not just because I became an adult, but like also because like when I was a kid, you had Beanie Babies, which you could get any animal of, right? And you could do whatever you wanted with, and now everything's like a brand name. Like, you basically can't get, like, it's really, it's not quite as bad as it was in the 2010s. I think like the people who make these things are like realizing that there's demand for not having just brand name everything. But there was like this phase in the 2010s where it was like every single freaking plush that you could get was some fucking Pikachu thing, or it was like a giant super stylized whatever, and it was just like, Jesus Christ, we're like, I just want to get like an animal for like my stepson. I don't want to have branding all over it. But that reminds me, there's this really cursed toy that they sell to kids now called mini brands. Not only is this like a pollution nightmare because it's like a fucking bag that has like, it's like a fucking plastic ball that has like 5 bags in it with these tiny little plastic things that get lost and chewed up. And like, just because your kid's over 3 years old doesn't mean they're not swallowing their toys, parents, okay? Like, you know, oral fixation, oral just fascination with like the sensation of like swallowing something is very common with young kids and can still persist even when they're a little older. But these stupid toys are like tiny plastic fucking polluting bombs, and like there's a ton of kids who love them, and it's like the word, it's like everything like captured that I hate about capitalism in just like a single toy. Like at least in like those like the toys that I grew up with, right? Like you'd have like launcher figures and stuff, and like yeah, you did get the brand name like Pokemon toys, but you also had like ones that weren't like a specific thing. It was just like an animal, and yeah, it was just kind of like after a while you couldn't get that anymore, and that really stunk. But yeah, I used to be into toy collecting. Sorry for being a nerd about that. I'm actually selling most of my collection now, though. So I might. What the hell is that? That looks like a portal, like an abandoned portal, but it looks like it didn't generate properly. Yeah, it's got like some floating shit. Okay. Alright. Is this enough iron to build something with? Yeah, I can make an iron out of this. Yeah, let's see. Oh, I see. You were becoming molecular. That's what microplastics is all about, becoming molecular. The molecularization of like a lot of like our ways that we interact with life is very interesting, and it's also part of the reason like that has really reinforced like D&G in my life. Just like thinking about how like all these like microscopic structures everywhere are responsible for like flows of advertising and thought and all this shit. It's fucking crazy. And it's getting more and more molecular, guys. Everyone wants to talk about how fast everything's going, but nobody wants to talk about how molecular it's going. It's because they don't read Guattari. Who loves this little infraquark nonsense? It's kind of interesting, actually, like, microplastics, like, I wouldn't say that they're, like, equivalent to the infraquark, but the infraquark kind of feels like in the modern era, it feels kind of almost like it could be read as, like, a relationship to microplastics or something, but, like, whatever's, like, connecting them all together chemically or through some kind of, like, invisible, like, asignifying like communication or whatever, discourse or whatever. Not even the right word. I don't you know what I'm trying to say. I just can't think of the right word. And just like imagining that's like what what's going on with like the microplastics through our bodies, and they're like migrating our behaviors and shit. Ooh, gosh, I got really sick all of a sudden. Fuck. I might have to call it a night. I'm feeling not so good all of a sudden. Alright, well, I'll see you on Friday, hopefully. See you later. Bye.